You know, cuck, like a pussy.
That's a derogatory use of that word. I find it offensive.
This movie is so strange, I want to go through most of the plot points and I will be spoiling everything. It's a character study on a fictional member of the alt-right. Let's meet our alpha male protagonist.
What? What are you listening to?
What?
Are you listening to music? My name's Ronnie.
Fuck off.
He watches a girl shoot out a cutout of Obama, which in real life would cause an outrage and get struck immediately, then uploads his own video, then briefly becomes an anime villain. Later, he goes on the date that I showed earlier, and it goes pretty well.
Best of luck.
Shit, wait a minute. You can't go anywhere yet. I bought you this fucking coffee. I bought you this. Here. No, look. You think you're better than me? Is that the here for?
Since social media is a thing in this movie, I have no idea how this didn't get recorded and uploaded. It might be the only lucky break he gets, and he doesn't deserve it at all. Don't get me wrong, this girl's annoying and everything, but imagine someone telling you that you can't leave.
Right, China.
At work, he gets into a fight with some black guys and drops the bomb on them.
Clean this shit up with your tongue, boy.
Why don't you go back to Africa with your legs, boy?
Then he calls his boss, who has been nothing but kind to him, a sand N-word.
You are fired!
It's at this point I became impressed with how this guy managed to screw up every situation he was put in the worst way possible, but then I immediately became unimpressed because I realized the director was just making a propaganda piece rather than trying at all to make an entertaining movie. I feel like a good character study makes you root for a character, then question whether you should be rooting for them, then be against them.
Yo, fuck you, Kanye, first and foremost.
Then go back to rooting for them. And ideally, this sort of cycle would happen multiple times. But let's get back to this sumptuous film. He hangs out with a 50-year-old married porn actress, falls in love, and agrees to become a literal cuck. I realize he's unemployed now, but the movie never shows him being extremely desperate for money, so I have no idea why he would do this. It is possible that he is so into this middle-aged woman right from the start that he becomes a cuck just for her, but I don't want to believe that. Going back to his occupation, he does this for a while, then a man ejaculates on his face. He tries to leave, but the woman talks him into staying somehow. Later, he goes to a meetup and talks to a popular YouTuber who immediately asks him to kill minorities.
How far are you willing to go?
I like how the movie thinks mainstream content creators casually do this shit. The reaction of 98% of the internet after any act of violence is wow. What a retard. But following the meetup, there's a confrontation with Porn Girl.
And you're a fucking escort. You advertise. I can get you money.
I will never fuck you, Cuck.
I like the line, but they've already had sex, so it makes no sense. Then we get hit with a completely non-predictable twist that the internet discovered what he does.
He's a nutcase and a definitive cuck.
Something I've neglected to mention up until now is that his mom is impossibly old, like George Burns levels of old. He treats her like shit throughout the entire movie despite the fact that she obviously loves him. Everyone in this movie sucks though, so she does try to molest a police officer and calls her son the N-word, but she's mostly sweet. So, of course, his response to getting outed as a cuck because he agreed to be a cuck is to brutally murder her and then go on the most casual shooting spree I've ever seen. He starts out pretty well in 360 no-scopes the porn actress because she won't leave her husband for him and then kills the husband.
Who's the cuck now?
I love the clip because it reminds me of this.
Who's laughing now?
Afterwards, he goes around shooting at people who are slightly too far away and misses every shot. Finally, he arrives back at the store where he used to work, shoots a supportive boss once, then thinks about his dad. At this point, after getting rejected by multiple women, being cummed on, murdering people, and ruining his own life, he decides that things may have gone wrong at some point, goes outside, and gets shot about 69 times by police officers. It's like the ending of a certain video game if every character was retarded. I would never make a movie like this, but if Zuckerberg broke into my house again and forced me to, here's how I would do it. Guy's a regular guy, got a girlfriend, got a job, everything's fine. The business where he works experiences layoffs. He's essentially fired without doing anything wrong. Him and his girlfriend split, loves his mom because she's the only thing he has left, starts watching content from alt-right YouTubers. Mom gets sick, guy feels frustrated and becomes small-time alt-right YouTuber, has trouble getting a job because of it, absolutely cannot get a job. After many scenes of convincing, begrudgingly becomes a cuck for money with the expectation that his face won't be visible. Guy has falling out with porn associates, doxed, viewers turn on him, he takes down videos. Movie ends with mom recovering and him going to a job interview. It's my personal belief that no one should have trouble getting a job because of what they say online, as long as they don't bring it into the workplace. I'm just trying to keep the general concept and make it more realistic. It's also my opinion, since this is a political movie and most people will be initially at the very least apprehensive of it, you would need good dialogue, complicated characters, and good camera work, of which this movie is 0 for 3. I'd also like to give the MC some kind of wholesome talent and make Porn Girl way younger so it's more believable that he would be manipulated by her. And I'd also like to extend the sequence of him bathing his mom by 255 minutes.
Look at her. You old bitch.
If I had to rate this movie in its current form, I'd give it a light to decent 2. I'm gonna go watch a Joe Rogan podcast and slaughter my entire family, and I'll see you on the next one.
You know, you don't have to be a fucking bitch.